What's good, YouTube? I want to definitely make this video really quickly. Talking about why the black man cannot find a job, what he needs to do, how he needs to do it, and so forth and so on. So, why black man cannot find a job? Number one thing that comes to mind for me is the stereotype of racism. They said they can't find a job because people do not want to hire him. If 85% of black-owned businesses hire black people, but you see a statistic and a stigma that the black man at times cannot find a job. I think it was Christmas time. Most people in their childhood, in their young adulthood, in their adulthood period, as they're about to sit down and really think about it, actions, memories are the thing that shape their mindset. But for me, it's conversations. I don't know about anybody else, but to me, instead of the even though um the physical contact or event can definitely shape someone's life, the conversation. And I just asked, I can't remember who I asked a male in my family. I don't remember was it my uncle or who it was, but I asked him straight up. I said, why do you think a black man cannot find a job? And he was telling me how everything was fine until the plant jobs closed uh, in most black communities. That when jobs were shipped overseas, that the black man had no work because that was considered a black man's job. And these things happened that even though they were overworked, underpaid, they still took the position because they wanted to do as such and be men and provide for their family. That's why I tell you, I love the 70s culture, the 70s era, because it was built upon the basis of manhood so much that we were just getting into our manhood. And that it was just amazing that for the first time ever, maybe not in most terms in most ways, but in somewhat way, it was just beginning to be legal to be a man, a black man in America, that we could have our spaces in our areas, and that no matter, even though it's still illegal in some bases to be black in America, that we were just beginning to now get a little pinch of what it felt slightly to be legal. And the plant jobs were shipped overseas magically after the black man was getting work and so forth and so on. Then the basis that we cannot get loans and stuff like that for business loans and stuff took the idea of ownership away from us. Then took the stereotype again that we cannot get hired even when we do not have any record, but other people, other races can get hired even if they have records. All of these things go into play when we're talking about the black man not being able to get a job. But even further than that, it goes to the mindset of ownership versus uh, being an employer or employership. I just made that word up, but bear with me. And how I looked at a commercial the other day, and I didn't find it racist. Like, I think in my consciousness, that's why I did a video. I said consciousness will ruin you in some ways. That you'll watch a video and like, man, that was racist. You can go sit in interaction like, man, he did that because it was racist. And not saying that I call that on every situation because I have the mental capacity of discernment. And in this video, I did not call it racist because I didn't think it was racist. But it was a commercial where the owner of a particular business was walking around with his children and showing them, I guess, like, this is what you're going to inherit when I die or when I retire. And then all in the video, even though I think they had maybe like one non-black employee who was also working, most of the employees were black. And instantly, I didn't think of the commercial as racist, but I said to myself, he's teaching his children ownership qualities. He got on a nice suit and tie and so forth and so on, walking around with his kids, showing them the traits of being an owner, showing them ownership, showing them these things, which is his job. But when those same workers go home, that same employers go home, are they teaching their kid the same value of ownership? Can they show them how to start a business? Are they teaching them the value of being an entrepreneur, a black-owned business? Are they supporting black-owned business? Are you shopping at a shop even if you don't own a business? Are you stopping at a place to, for the first time, letting your child be able to witness and experience a place in which a person owns? And then are you even, because not saying that, not everybody is a nice person, but I guarantee you that if you roll up there with your kids or something, or your niece and nephew, and you be like, okay, you actually own this is a black-owned business, they say yes. And you say, kids, see, this is a business owner. He's black, she's black, but they own their own business. They own their own thing. So you just don't have to be a this or that or anybody's employee. And even though that's cool too, you can own a business if you want to. We have the luxury of doing that. It's not a rare occurrence to see a black business owner. You tell them exactly straight up like that. These things I need to be the things that are told. Because the time get on, I don't see things getting even any better. Dr. Boyce Watkins did a video that's saying that I believe they're going to start letting prisoners get Pell Grants in prison to get education or something like that. I don't know. I didn't watch the exact video for real. But if it's something to that accord, I find it ironic, though. But when you get a drug charge and you get out of prison, they do not allow you to get a Pell Grant. They do not allow you to get financial aid. I find that ironic. So you tell me when you're inside you can get an education, but when you're outside you can't get one. That's crazy. So all of these things are common factors and factors that should apply when thinking about life, that it's a game set up and a structure set up to make sure that you do not get a job. From the statistic that you're less likely to get a job anyway, to all the plant jobs being gone, to all the things. And that's why I say with Mr. Alton Sterling, Mr. Eric Gardner, how you must respect their hustle. And that although they died tragically, you must look at that and not have fear that this will be you, but continue to move forward to try to provide for your family at the base of doing every legal thing, whether that be selling cigarettes, whether that be trying to open up like a farmer's market, trying to get your stuff out there, whether it's being at a yard sale, or not a yard sale, flea market, whatever the basis is, selling your clothes, going on an online website, whatever it is, you should have the idea of entrepreneurship in the spirit of it. And just continue to move forward in the basis that you can. That although you cannot find the job, that people do not want to give you a job, that's the key context give you. That if you can get employment, definitely take it. But at the same time, if they don't give it to you, don't be surprised. Because they're giving you the job versus you working. That's why I tell you that black business, being black-owned business, is so important. Because nobody giving you a job, this is yours. And they can easily take it away. That many states are at-will states where they can fire you at a drop of a hat. Snap their finger, you fired. Boom. With not even so much as a warning. Or maybe it is a warning, but so much not as an explanation on why they fired you. So I thought about that. I said, are we teaching our kids to be owners? Are we teaching our kids to be leaders? Are we teaching our kids these kind of tricks and cardinal qualities? As they walk around the factories and are looking at what it takes to be an owner, are we giving them, our children, that same frame of ownership? Are we giving our children that same mindset of entitlement in which they're giving their children? I definitely thought about that video. I definitely thought about that ideal as I was writing. But that's just my take on things. I wanted to make that quick video about that. We'll make some more videos sooner or later. So we're on to the next one. Peace.